famous murder mysteries that have remained unsolved. 1. Jack the Ripper. In 1888, a series of gruesome murders in the Whitechapel district of London were attributed to an unknown serial killer, Jack the Ripper. The victims were all women, and despite extensive investigations, the identity of the killer remains a mystery. 2. The Zodiac Killer. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Zodiac Killer terrorized Northern California with a series of brutal murders. The killer sent taunting letters and cryptograms to the press, but despite numerous suspects and extensive investigations, the Zodiac Killer's identity has never been confirmed. 3. The Black Dahlia. In 1947, the body of Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia, was found mutilated in a vacant lot in Los Angeles. Her murder was highly publicized and led to a massive investigation, but her killer was never found. 4. John Benet Ramsey. In 1996, 6-year-old beauty pageant contestant John Benet Ramsey was found dead in the basement of her family's home in Boulder, Colorado. Despite intense media coverage and investigations, her murder remains unsolved, with various theories pointing to family members and intruders. 5. The Axeman of New Orleans. Between 1918 and 1919, a series of axe murders in New Orleans left the city in fear. The killer, known as the Axeman, targeted Italian-American grocers and left few clues behind. The murders stopped abruptly, and the Axeman was never caught. 6. The Boy in the Box. In 1957, the body of a young boy was found in a cardboard box in Philadelphia. Despite extensive efforts to identify the boy and find his killer, both his identity and the circumstances of his death remain unknown. 7. The Hinterkaifeck Murders. In 1922, 6 members of the Gruber family were brutally murdered on their remote farm in Germany. The killer stayed on the farm for several days after the murders but was never identified, and the case remains one of Germany's most famous unsolved crimes. 8. The Villisca Axe Murders. In 1912, 8 people, including 6 children, were found murdered in their beds in Villisca, Iowa. The killer used an axe and left no substantial clues behind. Despite several suspects and trials, no one was ever convicted. 9. The Long Island Serial Killer. Since the late 1990s, the remains of 10 to 16 people, mostly women involved in the sex trade, have been found along Long Island's Gilgo Beach. The identity of the Long Island serial killer remains unknown, and the case is still open. 10. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers died under mysterious circumstances in the Ural Mountains of Russia. Their tent was found ripped open from the inside, and their bodies showed signs of severe trauma, but no clear cause of death. Theories range from avalanche to military testing, but no definitive explanation has been found.